Hello, let's take a look at the weather across Europe. And it's been very unsettled over recent weeks in the Mediterranean, and we've got more stormy weather on the cards, certainly over the next few days. You can see from the satellite image this swirl of cloud here across Iberia, bringing some heavy downpours to the Balearics, pushing their way into southwestern parts of France as well. So lots of heavy rain, some gusty winds here, some mountain snow across central and northern parts of Spain. Could be 20 centimetres to the north of Madrid. Meanwhile, we've also got this frontal system pushing across Turkey, bringing some fairly heavy rain there towards Crete too. Still some showers for southern parts of Greece and southern Italy. Then we're back into the very unsettled, wet and blustery weather affecting parts of northern Spain and southern France. But further north across France into Germany and Denmark, we're holding on to higher pressure, at least for a time on Wednesday. Frontal system pushing into Scandinavia, and that's going to bring some blustery conditions with showers to Norway and Sweden, pushing through Denmark and Finland by the time we get to Thursday. You can see all that wet weather across southern parts of Europe set to continue, so there could be some flooding issues at times through this week. London and Paris will both see a real dip in the temperature as we look towards the weekend, with some scattered showers around too. Still looking very unsettled for Rome with more showers around there. Temperatures in Moscow just about above freezing. It is going to be turning drier and milder in Athens. Bye-bye. Hello there. We've got some fairly cold weather in charge at the moment across many eastern parts of the United States and eastern Canada too. Behind this cold front you can see here that brought quite a lot of wet and windy weather. It's still bringing really strong winds and a mix of rain, freezing rain and snow across the Canadian Maritimes. But behind it, as this area of high pressure is building in, the weather's looking dry, settled and fairly chilly, with some brisk winds up towards New England and across the Great Lakes, a little bit of lake effect snow, which is now going to be easing over the next few days. We have got a elevated to critical fire risk still across parts of Colorado, Wyoming as well, with temperatures above average and some gusty winds. It's been very cold for much of Alaska, still some cold winds blowing in here around the coast, bringing some snow showers. British Columbia towards Washington State also seeing some unsettled weather, but not as heavy as the rainfall we've had recently across the flood-affected regions. There will be some snow through the Northern Rockies though. Vancouver and Seattle both seeing that unsettled weather continuing over the next few days. It will tend to warm up in Los Angeles by the time we get to Thursday. So there's all that rain and some strong gusty winds across the Maritimes. Montreal and New York seeing that northwesterly wind, so it's going to feel rather cool. Lots of dry and settled weather further south for Georgia towards Florida too. Still quite chilly on Tuesday, but those temperatures are on the up. So for the likes of Atlanta, New York too, it's warming up over the next couple of days. Bye-bye. Hello, thanks for joining me for this look at the weather across Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America and South America. We'll start with South America. Here's the satellite image. It shows this area of cloud you can see here that's been producing some fairly heavy showers across parts of Argentina towards Paraguay too. Later in the week, the same areas are set to see some fairly heavy downpours developing. But for the here and now, I think the heaviest of the rain on Tuesday will be further north across the continent, particularly for the likes of Panama and Costa Rica, stretching down through Colombia, Venezuela, into the west of Brazil as well. So some heavy rain could bring some flooding impacts here. Meanwhile, further south and east across Brazil, it's relatively warm and dry, 30 Celsius there for Rio de Janeiro. And pretty warm weather still holding on for much of Argentina at the moment. Further south across Argentina and Chile, quite windy. We've got those westerly winds blowing across Patagonia, bringing some showers at times. So Rio de Janeiro, after 30 degrees on Tuesday, looking a little bit cooler over the next couple of days. Some showers and thunderstorms moving in here by the time we get to the weekend. Tuesday's weather for Mexico, and we're set to see a few scattered showers in the south around the Bay of Campeche. I think the Yucatan Peninsula mostly dry, but then some heavier rain here on this system affecting the likes of Honduras into central and eastern parts of Cuba, but drier for Havana in the west of Cuba. But Havana will see a return to some heavy showers through Wednesday into Thursday as well. Looks dry though for San Salvador. Bye-bye. Hello. Low pressure in the Mediterranean is bringing some fairly stormy conditions there, and the influence of that low pressure bringing some heavy showers and thunderstorms to the northwest of Africa too, including parts of Algeria and Tunisia as that rain pushes its way gradually eastwards. Elsewhere across Africa, fewer showers around the tropics compared to average for this time of year, and a little bit warmer too. Towards South Africa, some strong gusty winds for the southwest of South Africa, eastern parts of South Africa up towards southern Mozambique, seeing some showers which could bring some flooding issues over the next couple of days. If we take a look at the outlook then for Cape Town, things are going to be turning hotter over the next few days, but some showers moving in here for Friday and into the weekend. Johannesburg looking drier but fairly cloudy over the next few days. Hot and dry in Khartoum with some heavy showers at times affecting Marrakesh. They should tend to ease as we look towards the end of this week into the weekend. Now we're going to be seeing this weather front moving across Turkey towards Syria, so it's going to bring some snow over the mountains there and some gusty winds at times. And the winds also picking up across the Gulf on Wednesday. We've had Shamal winds for the past 24 hours or so. They're going to be quite strong at times across the Gulf into central parts of Saudi Arabia. So those winds could pick up a little bit of lifted dust at times. Most places though looking dry and settled. Here's the outlook then, and it is looking dry and settled for all our featured cities. Bye-bye. Hello. The northeast monsoon has been particularly active over the past few weeks, bringing heavy rain and floods to parts of eastern and southern India, including Tamil Nadu and also Andhra Pradesh as well. More showers there at the moment. You can see on the satellite image a shower cloud affecting southern parts of India and Sri Lanka as well. More heavy rain to come, not quite as persistent or as heavy as the rain we had during the course of last week into the weekend, but the next pulse of wet weather working into Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka, and some heavy showers towards Andhra Pradesh and Kerala too, through Wednesday and more particularly into Thursday. Meanwhile, let's look further northwest into central parts of Asia, where we've got this cold front which is working south. Into Kazakhstan, that's going to bring a bit of snow to Nur Sultan and a dip in the temperature on Wednesday. Still relatively mild for the likes of Tashkent and Ashgabat, but it is turning colder later in the week. Some dry, sunny weather for much of Gujarat and Rajasthan after recent showers there. But further south, you can see the downpours affecting the south of India. Some of those heavy showers up towards Andhra Pradesh, but it is looking dry for much of Odisha, West Bengal and across Bangladesh as well. So a dry, settled outlook for Mumbai, Dhaka and Islamabad. In Colombo, though, we will keep the risk of some heavy showers and some thunderstorms on and off over the next 5 days or so. A real dip in temperature with the arrival of some rain in Tashkent by Friday, and we stick with the heavy downpours in Chennai. Hello there. After the very warm weather we saw across the Korean peninsula through the latter part of last week, things are now turning much colder there, colder air spreading in towards Japan too. We've also got some heavy showers in the forecast still lingering across parts of Vietnam, southern Thailand and through central parts of Indonesia. Let's start off in the north then, where we've got these northwesterly winds now developing across Japan, bringing some very heavy showers of rain and mountain snow for Hokkaido and Honshu, a little bit drier down towards Kyushu. Temperatures for the east of China from Beijing all the way down to Hong Kong still below average, but they will be warming up through the second half of this week. So the next few days not quite as chilly. You can see the rain still affecting parts of Vietnam and southern Thailand with scattered heavy showers for the northern Philippines and the central parts of Indonesia. Here's the outlook then. In Osaka, things are looking largely dry and actually temperatures will be on the rise over the next few days after that chilly blast of air. Across Australia, still quite hot for western areas, particularly for northern parts of Western Australia. Meanwhile, in the east, and it's heavy downpours that's the focus of the weather over the next few days. Could be some further flooding issues across parts of New South Wales and southern Queensland as well. Across the Tasman Sea, though, a different story. High pressure keeping things largely dry and settled for New Zealand for the next few days before wetter, windier weather moves in by Friday. More showers in the forecast for Sydney, warm and dry in Perth. Bye-bye.